All right, Independent Threads fam, we've got another banger episode going for you. I got the man Daryl or D Young, as you might know him on the timeline.
What's good,
He is
people?
he is one third of the Solely
Mhm.
Up to You podcast, which we'll get into a little bit later. But something that I've been forgetting to do is to encourage you to comment, like, share,
There you go.
engage engage with these posts. We're trying to build something here,
Yeah,
and I need y'all here. Show me that you're here,
yep.
and participate in the conversation. Leave your
Mhm.
comments. Let me know who I should be talking to, things like that. But you know, D, go ahead and beyond solely up to you. What should people know about who you are?
Hey, man, just a regular guy, man. Military guy, going on 18 years. Born and raised from
Appreciate your
Atlanta.
service.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Born and raised from Atlanta, Georgia, man.
Okay.
I'm a Southern guy, you know. Contrary to belief, I'm a laid back, chill guy. When people really get to know me, I'm really chill. I'm just, I love to have fun. I'm just a guy that just, just care about the community,
Okay.
the spaces that we in, so we can make it better, man. Just overall good
Absolutely.
guy.
All right, all right, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna get into some of that here
Mhm.
as we talk today. But
Yeah.
a lot of this podcast, I like to get into what got people going, and especially when it comes to the reason I wanted to get you on is you've been getting some of them fits off, and
Hmm.
I wanted to
Appreciate
talk to
it.
you about where you got some of that inspiration, right? Like when did dressing and making sure that you were looking right was that a inspiration from an older brother, people you saw in the neighborhood? Like,
Yeah.
where did that come from?
So for me, I am the oldest. So
Okay.
to me, like an older brother to me is like my uncle. My uncle's like only 9 years older than me.
Mhm.
My mom always like kept me up kept, always putting no nice clothes on me. But really get my love for for fashion and putting on clothes, trying to be, fresh as I can be. Um, I'm be honest with you, man. It started with the like the rap videos, man.
Yeah.
I talk about this on my show a couple episodes ago. Cameron was like the first person I seen like in my mind, like this dude is fly, and this who I want to not like be like, but I want to get fly like that. I saw him
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
velour, Louis Vuitton, Burberry velour jumpsuits with the matching Air Force Ones to go with it, and I wanted to be fly like that. Like I always had nice clothes, nice
Mhm.
shoes, but once I saw that, I took it to another level. Now I gotta get my own money and start buying more than what my mom is buying me. But
Okay.
before that, it was my uncle, and he's like, I treat him like an older brother. I see him getting fly, different sneakers. Like, have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen Juice? You ever see that scene when the little boy with Q with Q
Yeah.
looking down the check? I was like that. I was like that little boy, with my
Okay.
uncle. So
Okay.
that's what my my origins come for, like fashion and stuff like that. You
All
know.
right. Appreciate that. So, what was that first piece or that first fit that you had to get, when you started getting your own money and you was like, man, once I get enough bread together, that's what I'm getting.
Oh man, I spent my first not my first, probably like my second or third check, my Foot Locker check when I was in school for a Vanson jacket and
What
and
jacket?
advancing. So it's like a motorcycle jacket.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Leather,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, in Atlanta, it's really never cold there. It's always hot,
Yeah.
But I wanted that jacket so bad, man. I spent my last dollar for that. And then just me pulling up to the school wearing it, man, like it made me feel like everything, man. Like I feel like the flies in the world with that on, you know what I'm saying? So Vanson, I mean Iceberg, Visus, like Visu jeans, like
Yeah.
everything. I became a brand guy for a
Okay.
little bit,
Okay.
anything that was hot, I was trying to get it.
I
But
got
the
you.
Vance
Got you.
jacket definitely.
That was the one. All
That
right.
was the one, man. When I got that, man. Yeah.
So fast forward, you get into the service, and usually, something that I've noticed from the folks that I know when we were younger,
Hmm.
when they first got in, like they didn't have to spend, they had nothing, no money, they didn't have to spend bills, right? Like
Yeah.
because they was living on base, doing all that.
Hmm.
Was there a lot of competition uh, for getting the flyest gear? when y'all was about to go out when you first joined, or even maybe not so much now because as you get older, you're like, I ain't worried
Yeah.
about all that.
Hmm.
But what about when you first got in?
So I'm gonna say this as humbly as possible. For me personally, I never really cared what nobody else had on. Like I'm always
Yeah.
gonna put on what I put on. I'm gonna be fly. I'm gonna whatever makes me look good. That's all I cared about. Um, that people like some of my friends, they all when I used to come downstairs, they was waiting to see what I was gonna put on, man, because they knew I was gonna have some fly shoes. I knew I was gonna have some fly clothes on, so they was
Yeah.
waiting to see that. But
Okay.
if you say it's a competition, not really a competition. We all like for me and my group, we all want to make sure we look good. Like, hey man, you ain't coming to us, with these bummy clothes, man, or you ain't come with us with a hole in your shirt, man. Like, cause we, in the military, you got everybody walks of life. You might
Hmm.
got guys that I can relate to, but then you got that one friend that's probably from Wisconsin that don't really care about fashion, man, or really don't care about clothes. Like he gonna come downstairs with a regular white tee, some Durango jeans, and some boots.
Yeah.
Hey man, you can have that, but just change that shirt, man. You got two holes in change that shirt, man. So that's we made sure we was good. We took care of each other like that. Look presentable,
Okay.
being out.
All right. Now let's be honest. What was
Mhm.
that time you came downstairs and they was like, "What are you doing?" You thought you doing something, and you weren't doing it.
Oh man, let's see, man. Let's see. It had to be, I was trying to do the little country thing, like show my country roots. When I had the overalls, I wore some overalls back in like 2010. It was like 2010, but I was just trying to be different. It was like, boy, man, take that off, dog. You looking crazy. And I took it off. But I had on the overalls with some Tims, had like a bucket hat, You're like, yo,
Yeah.
take that off, man. But now I'm seeing people doing it now. So it's like,
I mean, what goes around comes
it
around.
what goes around comes around, but that it did look kind of crazy back then in 2009, 2010
Now
doing that. But I was just trying to
if
be
you'd
different,
gone,
man.
yeah, but if you'd have gone back to like what was that, 04-ish, you
Yeah,
might have gone in that Deliverance video. You'd have
yeah,
been all right with the
yeah. It
overalls.
would have worked out, man. But that's like only one time. Other than that, man, I kind of always been on point. Hey, mhm,
So you mentioned a moment ago that you were a label guy for a
mhm,
while.
yeah.
Has that changed? And if so, what made you change to just not be in that way?
All right. So how can I put this? Because I don't want to sound hypocritical. Because I got on a Gucci shirt, polo shirt right now.
Yeah, it's okay, but that
Yeah,
maybe that's not all you have.
yeah, I got you. I'm about to be 40. About to be 40, man.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not out every weekend buying like label clothes. I'm not
Hmm.
really doing that no more. I buy a couple pieces so I can have for certain occasions.
Hmm.
But at this point in my life, man, I mean, whatever looks good to me, man. If something look good and pack sun to me, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna make it the best way possible for me. If I see something
Yeah.
in Walmart, you know, and I buy clothes in Walmart now, man. I thought I'd never do
Oh,
that,
I
but I
bought
buy I
clothes.
buy clothes.
I've done it.
Yeah, I buy clothes in Walmart now, man. Whatever looks good for me, I'm gonna wear it. I really don't care about the label per se no more, man. That doesn't move me no more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever's like I said, for me now, it just majority of my days now, I'm wearing stuff normal. Even when I'm putting fits on, to me, I just feel like that's normal. It's me, It's just the confidence that boosted, and I'm
Okay.
feeling good about yourself.
There you go. You know what? What Dion say? You look good. You play
You
good. You
play good,
play good. They pay good.
you pay good. You know it. I keep that motto, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So having traveled now, I don't know a lot about your background. Have you
Mhm.
traveled much in
Yeah,
the service?
I've been all over, man. Even like not even stationed. Like I've been everywhere from like Japan. I've been to Korea.
Hmm. Hmm.
Excuse me. I've been to Australia. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been deployed multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Dubai. Been to Qatar. So
Hmm.
I've been a lot of places. I've been to Italy, visited friends before. So I've been a lot of. I'm always traveling somewhere. So
Okay.
I've been around. Yeah.
So have you in those different travels, have you ever seen any? I'm sure you have, but like, what have you picked from those different travels to be like, oh, I like this style because it's
Hmm.
not something that we normally see here
Yeah.
in the US, and you're like, I'm gonna incorporate some of that into my wardrobe.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you something is, and I want people to like really look into it. What I'm about to say because if you haven't been there, if you've been there, you know. But out of all the places I named, Korea, South Korea, really, and
Okay.
Japan, I've never like adopted a style. I always been my own person. Whatever looks good, I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I seen a place when I was like, dang man, like how they dress so comfortable, but it's still so stylish. It's like it's so simple. Like
Oh, for
going to
sure.
the like in Korea, going to their malls are so advanced. And they have like H&Ms and stuff like that.
Uh,
But for some reason they got different type of clothes in H&M that I can't see online. You know,
yeah. Yeah.
and it just their style of fashion to me it was very intriguing to see, especially when I went to Korea earlier this
Mhm.
year. It was
Okay.
very intriguing. Like wow, man! Like even the women, like they just dress real nice, nice, smooth, laid back, relaxed. They got the baggy look down packed,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
they just dress real nice, man. And
Man,
I would tell people if you want to see some fashion, go to Japan and go to Korea.
and I'll add to that. Have you
Mhm.
ever heard of front office?
Yes. Hmm.
So he's in Japan. He just moved to Japan,
Yeah.
and his stuff is the one thing that I am going to work on getting is he has fingerprint denim. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't, but I'm kind of intrigued by that. I've been hearing about it, but I'm kind of intrigued by that. I want to see it. If you got links, send it to me so I can look at it because I'm
I'll
intrigued
send
by
it
it.
to you.
Yeah.
So just to give you an idea,
Mhm.
most jeans, the weave is up and down,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
This you can see wave pattern, so that's like a fingerprint, different
Yeah.
bend to the weave and everything.
Got you.
Where I found him because he did a collab with Umbro,
Yeah.
and he brought a lot of their a lot of their older pieces from like the 70s and 80s
Hmm.
with a modern interpretation of them.
Yeah.
And if you follow him on Instagram or TikTok,
Hmm.
that's a lot about what he's talking about is, the Gucci shirt or whatever, taking that and not copying it,
Hmm.
but like what about it inspires you where you can make your own thing, but like, oh, I see that's Gucci inspired, or
Yeah.
oh, I see it's this, but it's its own thing at the same time.
Yeah. That's
So
and like speaking like Umbro, right? Korea, they got a big Umbro store, and the pieces they have in there, like I bought some pieces before I left. Jumpsuits, t-shirts, like the quality is just A1, man.
oh,
You know,
they're still selling like that out there? Because here
yeah,
you might find it at a soccer store, maybe.
man, they got a big store in their mall in South Korea.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and got some
all
good
right.
pieces. Yeah,
Place to look. Place to
yeah,
look.
man.
So
Hmm.
speaking of legacy brands, is there a brand that you would say, man, if I could just wave my wand and say this brand is going to be back at the height of its popularity? Is there a brand like you wish you could bring back?
Oh, easily, Carl Kanai.
Okay,
Carl Kanai
what is
because
it about that?
the climate that we in today, man, the lifestyle, the streetwear fashion, that was the essence of that.
Yeah,
What you see today is the essence of Carl Kanai, man. The Carl Kanai sweatshirts, man, with the Kango inspired hat to go with it, man.
yep,
Like those,
yep,
like, and they catered to us, man. You saw the hip hop stars, you saw the
all of
athletes,
them.
man. That was the real street wear apparel, man. And that was like you got your FUBUs, but Carl Kanai really set it off. And but I think in this era, if you was to bring that back, it would do numbers. How
Okay,
people dress today,
I
you
believe
know.
it. I believe it
Yeah, and
100%.
yeah, if I go on eBay, man, I try to look for old pieces that's still in good condition, but it's kind of hard these days. But man,
Yeah.
Carl Kanai is one of those ones for me.
Now, do you ever go to like I don't know, I'm sure they do this in Atlanta, but like,
Mhm.
do they have, there's one coming up here pretty soon, like a thrifting fair
So,
where like all the vendors come together. You ever
so,
go to those?
we had Professor School on our show. So
Okay.
couple
I'll get
two
check that
episodes
out.
ago, yeah, 2 episodes ago. So he's like big on that. He's when I was living in Texas, I was stationed in Texas. That's how I met him.
Okay.
He was running swap cons, so I've been to a couple ones in Dallas. I know they got one in Atlanta. I haven't been in a while, but I've been going to the ones in Dallas, man. And you can find all good old pieces, vintage pieces, of like sports and stuff like that. But I just
Hmm.
cannot get like a Carl Kanai or like the old vintage, real vintage FUBU.
Yeah.
I like the windbreakers. I
Okay.
like vintage windbreakers. So if I could find those be
Okay.
perfect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
I definitely, like I said, I'm willing to go any place, like any, because those like my that's like my favorite thing. Now I talk about that. I'm not really sold on sneaker cons and stuff like that no more. I'm more sold on like thrift cons, swap cons, stuff like that because that's what I'm
Okay.
into. I like finding vintage pieces like that.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Mm-hmm.
with the vintage pieces, and we mentioned what goes around kind of comes around in fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Are there a piece or two that you had back in the day? You're like, oh man, ain't nobody, I'm not wearing this no more. I haven't worn this for like 3 years, whatever, and you got rid of, and now you're sitting there like, oh, I should have kept that.
Um, I can't say not right now. Cause like all the stuff I had back in the day, man, I can't fit no more anyway. So it's like even if I still had it, it's like it'll look silly on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
It'll look
okay,
silly on me. But I really don't really
okay,
have nothing in the past right now that Well, I take something back. The Vizu jeans because I'm starting to see those coming back. Vizu jeans
yeah,
and red monkeys, man.
okay.
Start to see red monkeys again. They wearing them backwards. They wearing it with the Averex jacket. I'm like, oh man, all those jeans I had, I got rid of. So yeah, yeah, red
Yeah,
monkeys, red monkey jeans for sure.
okay, all
Yeah,
right, all right.
most definitely.
Um,
Mhm.
so speaking of trends and wearing pants backwards, that bringing back the
Mhm.
crisscross style, what have you.
Yeah.
Are there trends that you see out there today that you're like, no, no, y'all got to stop this?
Um, Me personally, so I've been preaching this for a while, man. So I'm very with the new generation.
Uh,
I like they how they express themselves, man. I really don't down, nobody how they style themselves, man. I think that's the beauty
mm,
of it, man. I think
mm,
that's what's
mm.
missing. That's why I think that's what's missing in this space right now. People not being original, and then somebody's being original, we downing them. I think right now the new generation, man, they the most expressive right now, far as in their fashion. Even I don't even agree with it. Like I'm not really with the flare, bell bottom pants that the new kids are wearing now. But hey,
Yeah,
man, if you can get that off and you can make it look good, hey, that's for you. It don't have to be for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I'm actually
right.
advocating for people to express themselves and just be different, man. You know.
Yeah, that brings up an interesting point, and I think that bleeds over to sneakers because that's mostly what we'd be talking about on the timeline and
Mm-hmm.
everything, is bridging that gap with the new generation and allowing them to express themselves. And you know, I think that sometimes we talk about, oh, what do you mean you don't know how to write a check? What do you mean you
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to use a rotary phone? Well, why would they?
Yeah.
And it's kind
Right.
of the same thing. Like, why? And was it Aaron wrote a piece about nostalgia recently? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why are we so dogged bent on the past when the past that was our present, our future, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we're just trying to hold on to it so much.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. I think for me, and by the way, Aaron, man, he does a great job, man. I like what he's doing.
Fantastic.
I like what he's doing, man. That's that his writing is I love reading it, man. Honesty. But he has a point, man. For me, it just I don't really hold on to nothing no more because it's like I always I do post Throwback Thursday pictures I do that just to just show people that I've been outside for a long time.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I do that. But like holding on to stuff like, hey man, we had our time. That's why we elevate. That's what we
Right.
evolve. You know what I'm saying, to who we are now. So when I see certain kids, new generation that don't know something, I'm not gonna down them. I'm not gonna like, oh yeah, that's why y'all not about this. They are about this culture. The
Yeah.
thing is, us as elders, or we call ourselves OGs. The purpose of being an OG is to teach.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
this is what we was doing. This is, this type of things we was wearing, or this is type of things how we was moving. You know, and if you like it, you could adopt that. If you don't, now you just know how we were back in the day. We see things different, but we could learn from the new generation too. You know,
Absolutely.
me
I,
me personally, I got a 14-year-old daughter, man. Outside of fashion, she put me on game on music all the time.
all the time.
you
My
know,
my son, you may have
yeah,
seen my son is a dancer and he's
yeah,
14 as well. Does
yeah,
the same thing. And like
yeah,
he'll run up and say, "Oh, look what," and they
mm,
get their inspiration differently than we do, right?
yeah,
Like he was really excited to come up and be like, "Oh, look at this ASAP Puma collab."
yeah,
And so, but it's a little bit the same because like you mentioned, Cameron, like he was
mm,
like, "Oh, I need to see how I can." Elevate like he is, right? And so
yeah,
now he's looking at ASAP, another artist. How
mm,
can he get engaged and elevate his wardrobe similar to ASAP, right?
yeah,
But yeah, the
mm,
music too. And I think we're the first generation that we're listening to a lot of the same music that our kids
mm,
listen to. Like
exactly.
my dad was solely a jazz listener, right?
Same,
Which, and I
exactly,
appreciate it,
same. Yeah,
you know,
mm,
but I'm listening to the same stations. And if they some of the artists, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, let me pick
mm,
that up. And then other ones, I'm like, nah, y'all can keep that.
yeah. And for me, I'm the same way. But to me, it's like bonding with my child because
Yep.
my daughter gets excited when I can rap the same lyrics that she like. I'm in the car with her driving. I'm rapping the same thing. She likes
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? And that
Yeah.
and my point to that is when we come to as far as this culture, sneaker culture, fashion, all that. In some point, we got to bridge the gap. You know what I'm saying? And come to a common ground with the younger generation. We should never shun them
Right.
because they might not admit it, but they are looking for guidance in some way. They got their own style. They still looking for guidance from us, man.
They
And
always
we
watching. They're always
yeah, they
listening.
always watching. So we gotta have that integrity to do the right thing in this space because they all watching, man. If they see us doing something, for monetary gain, are they gonna respect that or are they gonna pick up your bad behavior, and then it just creates a cycle of bad things in the community, you
Right.
know.
For
And we
sure.
just gotta do the right because we are the elders now. We don't want to admit it, but we get in that age now. Yeah, man, this whole thing here is great. I
Yeah.
gotta accept it.
Yeah.
you know, this is
Absolutely.
yeah, man. That's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So, other than bridging the gap, with these younger people and learning from them learning from us,
Hmm.
what is something in fashion that you would like to see uh, either advance more or there's something you feel like is missing?
So independent designers, man.
Okay.
Um, I want y'all to not always go the easy route. If you see something that's in style, that's popping, don't try to replicate that, man. Just take your time, get in the lab, and creating. Draw, sketch, get your ideas out so it can be original to you. Because as a consumer, we want to see what your mindset was when you was designing that, or what your thought process was designing that. It needs to dictate you as a person. One thing I liked about as far as sneakers like Virgil,
Hmm.
we got to see the mind inside of him, how he saw certain sneakers, how he got that
Absolutely.
Jordan 1 to be deconstructed like that.
Yeah.
That was genius to me. That's one of the most those are one of the most iconic shoes to me. Even I don't care about the height. It's to me. He saw something and he took it to a whole nother level, man. Now you got kids now. I mean, I'm in the military. I used to work at Finish Line, JD Sports on the side, just because
Okay.
one, just to be transparent. When you be in the military so long, sometimes you forget yourself. Like, I was tired of hearing
Mm.
my last name, Young, Young, Young. Like, at some point I forgot my name was Daryl, man. You know, for real, it's honest, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me start doing something that I like, and
Okay.
it's like therapy to me. I started working at a sneaker store. I've never spent a paycheck from JD Sports or Finish Line either. Like just put in the savings. Like I just did it for the love, man. And
Yeah.
and it made it normal for me. But to back to the point about Virgil, his iconic Jordan 1. I started seeing kids taking regular Jordan 1s and taking the freaking the wing part. you know, untie the
Uh-huh.
wing part, the flap. A
Yeah,
regular
yeah,
Jordan 1. Like,
yeah.
just so it could be a Virgil in their eyes, man. That's when you know you're doing something good. When you
Oh,
take a regular
100%.
Jordan, let me take let me take the wing and flap it apart, so it can
Yeah.
just look like a off white in their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I,
Yeah,
the
no,
first time I
and
seen
I
that, the first time I seen that, the dude did it to the Shadow Ones,
okay.
and I was confused. Like, what are you doing, dog? Like, he's like, I want to look like off whites. I'm like, all right, you
All
got it.
right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
to your point, like I can't tell you how many fairs I've been to where,
Mm-hmm.
it's all independent brands, community, let's go out, let's support them, shop with the local brands.
Mm-hmm.
And 95% of them have the stars or whatever
Mm-hmm.
thing is popular or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Or they're trying to make it look like the Spider brand or
Exactly.
whatever. And it's like I get that that's popular, but is that you,
Exactly.
right?
Is it you? Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's why I appreciate, brands who maybe that's how you get your start and you can show like I can do this, but
Mm-hmm.
then how do you take it to the next level? That's, I'll put it out there. Love Tune stuff,
Yeah.
and he's
I love
done that
Yeah, I love his stuff
because
too.
he's made it his own, and he's not just a, I said this on a post the other day. Are you a graphic designer or are you a clothing designer?
Yeah.
Right? Because graphic designers, they're just looking at screen prints and putting it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing designers, they're thinking about the cut, and I love his behind the scenes little shorts where
Mm-hmm.
he's real as it comes, and he's just telling you all the good, the bad, the in between, and how he comes up with these things.
Yeah. And with him, man, I ain't gonna lie. Me and him just started following each other probably like a couple months ago.
Okay.
Um, for me personally, to see his work, man, and I'm upset I didn't know him before because I would have been buying a whole bunch of other pieces that he had. For real, man,
Yeah.
because I really do like his work. I like that one button up shirt that he had. I'm waiting for him to restock it so
Oh,
I could
this one.
buy it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm waiting so I could buy it. But my thing, with him is it's just so authentic, man. And that's what I'm saying.
100%.
People like that, that's what the community needs. That's what it's all about, man. I love
Yeah.
people like that. I don't have not met this man a day in life. I will meet up with him soon, but you
Yeah.
know, guys like that, guys like you, I like that because you can see the raw cut. You see everything, man. There's no fakeness behind that, man. And then his work speaks for itself. That's the that's the be all right there. When your work speaks for yourself, man. And he's doing
Yeah.
a real good thing, man. I
But
like his work.
absolutely, absolutely. And so, what I would say to any of the independent folks that are listening is, if you if you aren't putting yourself out there, put yourself out there more. Let us know who you
Exactly.
are. That's why I have this show to get you on here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't been on here, come on,
Mm-hmm.
reach out. I'd love to have you on. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's getting to know people for more than the characters that you see on the screen or
Yeah.
the pieces that you see on their website.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings up something that I've been thinking about because I'm not going to say what was said in the spaces and things like that, and
Mm-hmm.
we had a little back and forth today, but like
Mm-hmm.
you are a passionate person, and
Yeah.
sometimes that comes across as uh, misunderstood. We'll say
Exactly.
people understand the message, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
because you have a lot of passion when you speak. Where did that come from in that, especially when it comes around sneakers and streetwear, like
Mm-hmm.
where it just comes out, you can feel it.
It just to me it's simple, man. I come from that, man. Like
Yeah,
for me, I didn't have to learn this. Like I was embedded in this, man, all my life, man. Sneakers,
yeah,
fashion, this is what I know. And one thing about me, and I'll be honest with you, this is something I always went by. If I keep talking about something, it's because I know what I'm talking about. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I be quiet and listen. I have no problem listening to nobody because you
mhm,
could learn from everybody. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying?
mhm.
And like you said, it does come off as being misunderstood, but trust me, anybody who knows me, like you just said, I'm one third or solely up to you. Anybody who knows us, they would tell you, and people laugh every time. They say, "Y'all think he's the one? he is the most calmest out the group. I'm legit the most calmest out the group, man.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And that's the funny thing about it. When people thinking like I'm upset, I'm never upset, man. Just I'm all about honesty and truth, man. If I feel like you're not being truthful about something, I've been in the military going on almost like I said 18, going on 19 years, man. And I want to speak on this too, man. I've been all type of characteristics of people in life, man.
Hmm.
I've been around different type of people for a long time, man. So I can tell when somebody's lying to me. I can tell somebody, is holding the truth, or they don't really mean like what they saying. I know all these things. So when I
Hmm.
ask a couple questions 3 or 4 times in a row, maybe because I know you're not telling me the truth, and I'm going to get it out you one way or the other. But as far as yeah, I am passionate because I love this culture and I love
Hmm.
people in the culture and I want people to do right in this culture because so much has been taken from us, and I don't think people
Yeah.
understand that. A lot has been taken from us and is being monetized. And it's just like the rap game. The rap game was taken from us. Now it's monetized. Now you're seeing people that built on this culture don't have nothing to show for it. That was the foundation of it. So we got people in this sneaker culture and fashion that's the foundation of it. And only thing you have to show for is events or shoes. That doesn't that really doesn't equate to nothing. But if you're
No.
fine with that, it's okay. I'm not fine with that. I want something to be bigger that impact all of us. That's how our show came about. Because we want to impact everybody.
Okay.
And you know,
So let's talk about that. When you say you want to impact people, that's how the show came about, is because of love of the culture. But like, what did you feel? Because there's a lot of sneaker podcasts out there, right?
hmm
What did you all feel was missing that said, you know what? We feel it's missing. Let's not complain about it. Let's be about it.
okay. The honest opinion, we just felt that it's a lot of, when we talk about the culture,
Mhm.
the first thing people want to do, they want to run to the big names. For us, we know guys right now in Chicago. We know guys right now in Missouri. We know guys in Houston, Texas. Don't have the big name, but they've been outside for a long time. Um, we did an interview in Atlanta with our boys Tone Dollar Bills. He's one of the most well respected guys in Atlanta in sneaker culture, and the real ones know. That's why you
Yeah.
see people when I post it, the real's like, "Oh shoot, you got him on." We want to give guys like that a look. I don't know if people know who Chris Weathers is. If you follow him, Shorty C on IG, like he has the
No.
most insane sneaker collection, and he doesn't get the proper look that he deserves. And
So so sorry to cut you off, but
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
is
It's
it
your show, man.
is it because is it because he's those people are not respected, or is it because they don't want the shine, or they don't know how to market themselves? Like,
I,
where is that?
I think a lot of them, like some guys I'm about to name. I know for my guy Tone Dollar Bills, he really doesn't care about it. He just does it for the love. But we still want
Yeah,
to highlight him.
right.
We got somebody right now in Detroit, Air Force One King. He right now just done with it because he just fell out the love for it because, you know, he's probably had the most insane Air Force One collection and doesn't get the look for it. So he just fell out the
Mm,
love for it. We trying to get an interview with him now so we could, highlight him. But
okay.
I feel like I'm not gonna say because I'm not that guy that does conspiracy theories. Like I don't think it's a secret society. I don't think it's cliques. I don't think it's groups. I just think people see one thing and that's what they want to roll with. Sometimes
Mm,
they roll with the wrong image, and then we sit here and
mm,
complain about it. But if you keep allowing it, it's going to continue to happen. One of my co-hosts, he spoke on this last episode where he talks about complex doesn't represent us. I really didn't speak too much on it, but I do agree with that because they don't.
no.
They don't look like us. And you let them tell us what the culture is. But then when others that deserving and they sitting there complaining, "Oh, I don't get this look." Well, you're catering to the people that's not give you the look. So how about you create your own platform and let everybody work together? Because I'll be honest with you, we definitely gonna have you on our show. You know
Oh,
what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate
Like,
that.
you know, we
Yeah.
That's just because we want to highlight everybody that's very genuine in it. So if we all come together, and I mean, when I say come together, I'm not saying, oh, we need to do everybody's show weekly. No. What I'm
Mhm,
saying is
mhm.
we can create our own events. We can create our own platforms. We can have our own sneak of the year events. And we have to wait on freaking Complex to tell us or whatever to tell us what we need.
No,
And
and the problem with Complex, right,
mhm,
is, and I think it came out a little bit more this year, is where there are three, four, a handful of writers or a
yeah,
handful of people that are making that list.
yeah,
And then you've got the JLPs and whoever else happens to be on stage presenting the list. So all they're doing is reading the
mhm,
card. According to them, they're just reading the card, and that's not even reflective of what they want. They're just
yeah,
doing their job, right?
mhm,
And I don't fault them for that. But
yeah,
again, it's not a list of the culture, because you don't see the J Tips, you don't see the Joe Fresh Goods, you don't see the Geigers, the Kais, the C, like
mhm,
all these other brands who are impactful in the community, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. But if they
mhm,
have something that is taken off, it's not being represented, it's not being elevated. Um,
mhm,
it, and I would love for us to do something to come together where we can have our own end of year list, shows, conventions, whatever. The only thing that for me is it goes back to how are we funding this?
yeah.
Right? Because
And I
that's
understand,
the
and
thing Complex has. They have the funding.
yeah, and I understand that probably the tricky part. But everybody need to come to the table. Key players that has a name already come to the table. I mean,
Mhm,
to me, it's not that hard. I'm sorry, it's just not that hard, man. For a guy that does a lot of planning conference, I'm always on a flight doing a planning conference for the military. I
mhm.
can tell you, it's not that hard to plan something.
It's not,
If you
no,
have
it's
the
not.
right pieces.
I've planned for thousands and thousands of people in my other job. I've planned events. It's
Hmm.
that's not the problem. It's
Yeah,
do we have the financial support to make it happen?
yeah. I mean, I
So,
know everybody pull their resource. I know everybody knows people that knows that has event spaces. I know people that has deals that can fund. Everybody has, those resources. It just, are you willing to put it together? And I said this before, and I say it again. One of the main reasons why we have issues that people really don't want to admit, but it's the truth. Certain people want to be the guy or the woman,
mhm,
and if you keep having that mindset, we're always going to have certain problems. It doesn't matter how you try to put it, how articulate you try to explain it. That is the main goal. When you have that mindset, and I get it, competition is cool. I mean, everybody wants to have the best product. But let me
yeah,
tell you something about competition. I watch Joe Budden podcast.
okay,
I also watch Joe Rogan podcast. Do you think they give a care? Do you think they care about my view? They just get the view, right? So what I'm
right.
saying is, it doesn't matter who they can watch all of us, man. The problem is the other thing is, you know, let's help each other out, man. Hey, man, you want to come on our show for one weekend? Come on, man. We'll highlight you. Yeah, we come on your show. We do, whatever you need from us. If you need support, if you want to do an event or something like that, you want to do
Mhm,
a live show, you want to do a toy drive, you want to do whatever, you want to do any type of event, we'll come support y'all. And I think for us at Soul Up to You, we have showed that we'll pull up on anybody. That's the Even though I feel like our idea is getting taken right now, but it is what it is. Um, the beauty about our show that's different. We actually go to your city. We go to your city because we want you to be feel comfortable. We want you to be in your environment. See
mhm.
where you come from, and we just showing good hospitality, man, love, man. That's the beauty about our show. You know.
Okay.
You
Yeah, I
know.
know. I've only watched one episode so far. I'll
Yeah.
be honest, but
That's all good.
I tend to go back.
Yeah.
Watch some of the others. Like you said,
Hmm.
was it Dollar Bill?
Yeah. Dollar
Yeah,
Bill. Dollar, that's a good one, man. That's actually a
yeah.
real good one. You
Okay,
know.
okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know you bring up some very good points, because you might say, okay, we've got the three people that can plan an event and host a conversation or what have
Mm-hmm.
you. But then, somebody over here has the event space,
Mm-hmm.
or knows a person. So it's like it's about sharing and being, and I think that's what people miss about
Mm-hmm.
uh, creating their community, whether it's online or whether it's going to events to be in that same space and you meet somebody and you just talk and then it's like, oh, you're having a problem with it. Oh, I know somebody who can help you with that. But
Mm-hmm.
once you start creating that community and you creating that network, then those things can happen, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't think though we're ever going to get beyond. There's always going to be people who want to be the person, right?
Yeah.
And so that's never going to go away. There's
Exactly.
always It's always happened in every society. There's always
Mm-hmm.
somebody that wants to be the person, right?
Yeah.
And so it's okay. Let them do what they're going to do, but the rest of the people that want to create the community and build together, we just have to ignore that person, right?
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
Mm-hmm. And I actually said that a couple, probably like a week ago. I said, you know what? Because I was about to just stop preaching that. Like, for us, we're just gonna keep building, and whoever we come along across
Yep.
the way, we're just gonna keep building that way, man. And then we're just gonna keep doing our thing, man. I'm a fan of a lot of people. That's the thing too. That I'm a fan of a lot of people platforms, man. My favorite ones right now is the girls, man. The sneaky league girls, man. I like what they do, man. Like I watch this shit all the time. I
Yeah.
watch this show all the time because it it's very insightful, man. They know what they talk about, even outside the guests they have, man. They know what they talk about sneakers and coaching, man. I love it.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
All of
saying?
them have been around the game
Hmm.
for a long time,
Yeah. You know,
So yeah,
I,
they've got
I
that.
yeah, I like watching stuff like that. I like watching my first kick. I like watching Haas, man. I watch his too. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I like watching insightful people, man.
Yeah.
And it's my first time even saying this. I never even said this before, but I'm saying it now so people can hear it. Because like when I say it's no competition, it's no competition for me. I enjoy everybody, man, and it
Yeah.
makes me better too. It makes me
Well,
better, makes me better as with my show. You know.
absolutely. Well, I don't know, but just before we started recording this,
Hmm.
I just launched my recent episode was with Haas from my first
Hmm.
kicks.
Yeah.
And so, but I watch them all. Like
Hmm.
it's hard to make time in the day to get them all
Yeah.
through. But yeah, like I'll watch, your
Hmm.
show. I've watched the Soul Brothers. I've
Hmm.
watched Sneaker History or listened to it.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I'll do it. If it's on Spotify, I'll listen to it while I'm walking the dog, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and like you said, you can learn. Maybe not. I'm not going to get all the same guests, but I'm going to
Hmm.
get ideas. I'm going to get um, just tips, tricks, whatever, or
Yeah.
I'm just going to learn about sneakers and fashion
Hmm.
and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. And that's the beauty of it, man. You know.
absolutely, absolutely.
Hmm.
So, um, what are some of the goals that you and your team have over at Solely Up to You? Like, what are some things that you'd like to see in the next 1 to 5 years?
So, yeah, I spoke about this before too, man. So, like, we've been doing this since December of 2023. We
Okay,
decided we was gonna come together. We was in a prior situation. I don't want to get too deep in that, but we was in a prior situation that
okay,
didn't work
okay.
out.
Yep.
Um, we all got on the phone. They was all worried about, hey man, how we gonna, what we gonna do? Like, don't worry about it, man. We gonna do this with this person or without him. So let's come
Okay,
together. We gonna make our thing. And I told them just like this. 2024, we just gonna figure it out. What we need to do.
okay,
2025, we're gonna make a buzz. 2026, we're gonna have a name. And 2027, that's when we're gonna start seeing what we need to see. That's been my
okay,
vision the whole time. And when I
okay.
say that, it's like because you have to be passionate what you do. You gotta keep progressing. We built the whole production. I have a whole production team, traveling production team now. You know,
Really?
yeah, guys. One of the guys I went to a military school with, I
Okay.
forgot that he edit videos. He does car shows and stuff like that. Hey
Okay.
man, you want to be part of this? Dude, I'm glad you called me. I'm glad. This is exactly. I'm glad you called me. I'm down.
That's beautiful.
My friend Dre. Me and him was actually gonna do like a little music podcast years ago.
Uh-huh.
It just never translate. But now he's part of the team. He does the shooting. We
Okay.
buying our own. We bought all our equipment. We still buying equipment.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
we working, man. And then for the end off 2025, like the guests that we had, the last two guests, the guests we about to have next week is like, yeah, man. To see that in 2025, I didn't expect that to happen so quick. you know. So that just even motivated us even more in 2026. And like our first four guests in 2026, I'm not gonna say who yet. We
Hey,
already
that's
know,
all right.
we know, but you'll just see it when we post it. Like our first four guests is like, I guarantee it's gonna be like, how these guys got these guys, and
Okay.
it's like we just
Okay.
put the work in.
Yeah.
We're really networking, talking to people, and then the key thing is real recognize real. And what I mean by this, real recognize real, is like they see that we really about the culture. We're not
Uh,
faking with shoes. You
okay.
know, we're all fashion people. So yeah,
Mhm.
let me rock. Yeah, I like what y'all doing, and
Okay.
then it's to me it's kind of scary because I wasn't like expecting most of this right away,
Yeah.
but I'm prepared for it, man. I'm prepared
Love
for
it. Love it. And that I don't know if it's what is happening, but what I
it.
will say is the last couple people that I've spoken to, well, especially for yourself and Haas,
Mm-hmm.
who also have shows and they're putting in the work to book
Mm-hmm.
guests and things like that. And again, I have no secret insights or nothing like
Yeah.
that, but both of you have said I am getting guests that I wasn't expecting and might
Mm-hmm.
surprise the viewers.
Yeah.
And I love to see that. And I'm looking forward to, everybody's probably going to take a holiday break and spend time with family.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2026 is going to come and it's going to be going. It's going
Yeah.
to be going.
Yeah. The
So,
first one, I could say this. I'm not gonna say too much, but the first episode we drop in 2026 is gonna be having y'all like not y'all, but I know people talk. They're like, how the hell they
yeah.
get this guy on, man? But
But I think and I'll tell you how
mm,
you got them on.
mm,
You're in rooms or in spaces that connect you with those people.
yeah,
And just because we see you online
mm,
doesn't mean we know what you're doing
yeah,
every day, right? Just like you talking about the guy in Detroit, the Air Force One King, like
mm,
very not everybody across the country knows who this individual is, right? I
yeah,
don't even know who that person is, right?
yeah,
But that doesn't mean they don't exist, right?
yeah,
We've talked about this on the timeline before, many and in
mm,
spaces where we have to recognize we are a very small subset
thank
of
you.
not only the like not just consumers, but then now we're into sneakers, but
Mm,
we're the loud minority because we're very passionate, we're very into the sneakers, right? But
yeah,
we are a small group that chooses to spend our time talking about it and engaging with it online. I'm
mm,
sure there might be somebody down the street from me. I have no idea. And if I went into their house, I'd be like, how did you get all these sneakers?
yeah,
Like, when did you get all these? Like, who are you? Like, you work at
mm,
the brand? Like, I'll tell you, there's a coworker that I have that, he just joined our group. He's a former Nike employee and he's got
yeah,
a crazy collection. He's shown me pictures of what he's got. And I'm like, but
mm,
nobody knows who he is,
yeah,
right? But he just had that opportunity, right? And,
yep.
and there's a lot of people like that out there.
And like I said, those type of people I want to highlight, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people I
yeah,
want to highlight, like that. Like even you had her on. I just hit her up like probably like a week ago. I told her, hey, when we get to New York, man, I'm gonna have you on. Key. I'm gonna have you on, man. You
Key
know,
is one of the
I'm
best
gonna
out
highlight
there,
your sneakers. We're gonna go to your vault. We're gonna go to your store. We're gonna highlight the sneakers because I know you
man.
got it and you need to
Yeah,
be highlighted.
yeah.
That's
That's what.
that's the love for it because
Yeah,
I like people who has the love for what I got the love for. You
yeah.
know.
And she's not just a love for the hype stuff or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, if you've ever seen her pictures and things, she's got vans. She's
Mm-hmm.
got all kinds of stuff that Uh,
Yeah.
most people would be like, well, that's not the cool stuff. It don't matter.
Yeah.
They're good sneakers.
Good sneakers, man. Good quality sneakers, bro.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
So before we get out of here, any last parting words you want to talk about the pod? You want to anything you got that's on your mind you need to get off?
No, I mean, we all talk on we all talk on this platform, so y'all see what I be talking about, But at the end of the day, I just want to, say thank you, man, for having me on. I just want everybody to know, man, this what this is all about right here, man. Talking to the people. This is community. This is talking to everyday people that really have the same passion and love, man. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be
yeah,
broadcasted. It doesn't be hyped. This is just the love for it, man. This is what I love
right,
to see, man.
right.
And I love everybody in this space, man. That's genuine in it, man. I truly do. Even if I go back and forth with you, I still love you. You know,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know,
It's,
yeah,
it's like with our children, right? Like we're gonna
yeah.
go back because we know they can do and be better, and this
Yeah.
community can always do and be better. I'm not saying it's a cesspool, don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, but if we call somebody out, it's because we want better for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
how you get great product if you don't be honest? You have to be
yeah,
honest so you can get great product.
yeah.
Honest feedback. I tell the story all the time. I tell you. I told people. I remember Cool Kai, man. This is years ago. I was bashing shoe. I was calling it boneless ones, and shit was cheap. I charging three
Yeah.
hundred dollars off the box. And like I said, I worked at a sneaker store, part
Uh-huh.
time. I lived in
Yeah.
Jersey. He's from Jersey, so he did a
Okay.
pop up shop in
Okay.
Jersey. It was upstairs in Soul Ply. It's called Soul Ply. I
Okay.
went up there. He knew exactly who I was. Walked right up to me. Hey man, you said X, Y, and Z. No, aggressive. We had a
Yeah, yeah,
conversation, and I
yeah,
told him where I stood. So the things I say online, trust me, I would tell you, and we'll have a good conversation, and I can give you a detailed reason why I feel that way.
yeah,
When it comes to like sneakers, clothes, anything, it's never personal for me. I always give it the details to tell you why either it's a good shoe, either it's a bad shoe, or I think it's an overrated shoe, or it's an
hmm
underrated shoe.
hmm
It's
hmm
that's the beauty of it being, given that honest feedback because who's above criticism? I'm not above Hey man, somebody just told me a week ago, hey bro, I like y'all content. I need y'all to change your audio. You right, man. I'm not doing the wireless mics no more. We going back to the regular mics, man. Because we had the
yeah,
regular mics, it sounds superb.
yeah. I will say the last
Yeah,
episode I was listening to, people were
yeah,
fading in and out. But
yeah.
again, you hear that
Honest
feedback and
feedback.
you're like, okay, we'll
Yeah.
fix it.
You're not seeing me like, oh man, you're a hater. No, we need honest feedback so we could get better. And when
Right.
people understand that, it's never personal, man. Take
Yeah.
it with a
Yeah.
grain of salt, take it with a stride, and improve.
Absolutely.
As soon as
Absolutely.
like for me, soon as I read comments, I got on the phone with my guys. Hey, did y'all read what some of these guys said? Hey Dre, next week when we shoot, we going back to regular mics, man. I told you that wireless mic just that's not it, man. Because I was
Yeah.
hearing it myself while I'm talking. You could tell when some of this ain't right when you talk. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, we gotta go back to regular mics, man.
For
So
sure. For sure.
that's what I'm saying. Just I'm saying don't take me. I'm not saying don't take me serious, but just understand I'm always coming from a good. I'm coming from a good heart, good space, man. It's never
Yeah.
personal with me, man. And I
Yeah.
just want the best for everybody. That's just who
Love
I
it.
am.
Love it.
You know.
Well, if anybody wants to engage with you, get some of that feedback, give you some of that feedback, whatever, where can they
Mhm.
find you online?
All right, man. So we're gonna start off with our actual podcast, our show on IG, solely up to you, man. We got our YouTube, solely up to you. And then if you want to follow my personal page, D_Young 404, it really ain't nothing but sneakers and clothes. That's it. But if you're into that, follow me. But that's all you're gonna get from there.
All
We
right.
got a
All right.
we got a and we got our X Twitter, solely up to you. Page. You want to follow it, subscribe that. You know,
Okay. Well, I'll put all the links down below. Make sure to go follow them. Don't forget to follow me. You can follow
exactly.
me here at Independent Threads,
Mm-hmm.
C_RB, three
Mm-hmm.
eyes on
Yeah.
Instagram. Charles Bars,
Question.
what's happening?
Question. You got your page? You got an independent threads page? Like a
I
separate
don't.
page? We need to get that, man. We get that started, man. So we get you want to. So what I learned is you want to be
Yeah,
separate
hear
from
me
your
out.
personal page, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make that independent threads. I'm definitely going to subscribe to it. I'm going to share it so people can follow it. Put all your content in there, man. Because you're a natural in this, man. You're good. Yeah,
I
I like
appreciate
this,
that. I
man.
appreciate that.
Real talk,
Yeah,
man.
I just got to make the time to put
Mm-hmm.
everything together or schedule things. That's the one thing that I've learned, and I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you guys do this.
Mm-hmm.
Schedule your you know you can schedule Twitter posts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So I schedule sometimes when I'm launching episodes, I
yeah.
just and then the
Yeah.
day comes and it's all going out. And I'm
Yeah.
not even doing nothing. I'm at
Mm-hmm.
work.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So
So but like I appreciate you having me on, man. This is like I said, I'm honored. You know, you know,
absolutely.
I hope we do this again. You're definitely coming on our show. So I'm gonna be
Okay.
contacting you soon. Get dates in, and we're coming to you, man.
All right.
So we in
All
there.
right. Absolutely. Well, appreciate your time
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll definitely be in touch.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro.